Okay, it will appear we are online. So in the last episode we started actually picking a fight with the Nubians. Oh, let's not do that. So let's see how that goes. Also, let me get used to the controls again. And let's play the Settlers 2 Gold Edition. I've seen a lot of troop movement here. Also a lot of flower movement. I think over here was kind of the hot zone. Now we're being attacked again. I think we want to mostly fight the yellow player, because I believe those guys have the portal. Actually send in the scout again. Here. Okay. So, which side to attack? We need way more soldiers than that. Our borders are not yet fortified enough. I mean, this fortress does not have anyone. And this one is crammed full of generals. Which is pretty nice to see, to be honest. Don't actually have to pay that one anymore. I think it might be a good idea to wait for a moment until at least everything is properly fortified and until these guys are trained up. Then we'll launch another set of attacks. How many soldiers do we have left in the headquarters? Not too many, I would guess. A reserve. What does that show? Oh, here. Yeah, we have 10 more privates. That is okay-ish. Okay, that has it occupied. Great. And oh yeah, that. Oh, we're under attack again. I really can't tell which rank these guys have, so no idea. I would say they're much lower than general, and as long as we have a general in here, I think this building is pretty much safe. However, I would like some more soldiers in there. If we could get that sorted, it would be absolutely incredible. I also have to look up my notes for the. I see that now. Look at my notes for my for this lattice thing here, because I don't think I could pull this off without having a peek at my stuff. I have no idea where it went. Oh yeah. Anyway, should be somewhere here. It can't be far. That's my master thesis stuff. I want to I have two of those little books to make notes in. And yeah, the most relevant one is the thesis stuff. The other one was actually for a project essay, and no, I can't find it anymore. Where the hell did I put it? Oh well, I'll have to pull it up anyway. Just copy that. Bit of paper. And while we wait for the dust to settle on that, and mostly on that fort to be properly trained, I'll make some notes and quickly copy my, not mine, but quickly copy. I think it was Dean Boyanov's, sorry, farm layout. So this, and then like that, over, down, This and 2 over. I'm sorry about that. I really need those notes. Can't remember that for the life of me. 2 up, over. This, that. So, and 1 over there. Okay, got it. It's not too hard, it's basically part of a comb structure. Okay, is the money flowing where I need it to? Probably not. We have a second general in here, we should have a third one actually. This place is pretty much wedged into the front, so we probably want that to be as defended as possible. First coin has arrived here. We need way more than that. And having a bit of a long way to be transported. Also received a comment from... sorry, I forgot the name again. It was a new viewer. Someone who had not yet commented on my videos before. Let me just look it up quickly. I didn't receive many, so it's always on the top. Trigunzash. He said basically you want to keep those pieces between the flags as short as possible. Which I will do, but probably not over here because, well, there's not too much stuff that's going this route. And there shouldn't be too much of a, at least not calculation-wise, there shouldn't be too much of a difference between this and like this bit of the road and just keeping it in and then splitting it into smaller sections. It makes sense if you have greater quantities of goods that are moving along a certain road, but this is basically only transporting gold up and maybe the occasional bit of stone down, so I don't think it's worth it here. We're not even building here anyway. We're just nicking enemy fortresses and enemy buildings. I think I want those mountains here, so we'll probably try to make a small diversion to get the red player. Probably should take that down again and build something else instead. I should attack from here. You're well trained, actually. How many miners do I have? I think I could do another coal mine. You can never have enough of those. Connect up here. And then we'll want to attack this. And this. Is it attacking both now? No, it's not. Oh, it is. It's coming from here. Don't pay that. That should also take out this catapult. Hopefully. And it will also allow us to claim, or to at least survey most of that mountain. And maybe find something nice. As in gold. Also take out his mint and his iron and his blacksmith. I'm not sure where the yellow player has his mountains, but they should be somewhere there. Look at that, there's a snowman. So what was the hotkey for speed up? I think it was B. Yeah, we'll use that. But those guys seem to be a lot higher skilled, even as a mask. Oh wow, we lost one fight there. This guy is tough. We'll send 2 soldiers to deal with him. I would suppose he has mined out most of this mountain already, so I don't think there's much of a point in doing anything else here. I probably want to have this place taken down as soon as possible. Oh, they're coming from over here. That's a long way to walk. But I'm glad this fortress at least serves some purpose. There should be 2 new recruits coming that way. They will probably soon be moved up to generals. If that force is manning the attacks, we send more. I probably want to keep that paid. This guy's good. This guy's definitely good. Okay, the catapult is taken out. That's good to see. Actually, we don't need that. This thing can be safely destroyed. So we'll get our general back. Over there. Then down here. I guess we'll call in the geologist. To link that up. Can I attack that? What? I think that would make so many things a lot easier. Let's actually try that. Also remember to loot it first this time, boys. Remember to loot it first. And then burn it down. Yeah, it looks kind of impressive. They have a lot of soldiers in there. There's a guy coming from all the way over there. Lovely. I don't think he'll make that. So they have a lot of catapults going here. Not sure if that's a great idea. Sending out weaker troops here. That's good to see. Very relieving. That catapult doesn't seem to be shooting, which is also kind of good to see. Not sure if it's because he doesn't have any stones or if it's for some other reason, but I'm happy with that. How many guys does he have in there? I think it's getting less. Shouldn't be too many left. I don't know if all his buildings will be burned or if we'll still have to take those out. Okay, we're still under attack. Or again. But it would appear we've sorted that out quite handily. Okay, it would also appear we lost our general here. Let's send 3 more. I would have also accepted them from over here. But that's fine. Absolutely fine. Oh no, he still has plenty. I thought there were less flags up here, but nope. It's still having plenty of flags left, so he's having more than 4 soldiers in there. I dread to know how many precisely. Oh, he's spring up the good guys now. Didn't I send in the 3rd general? I remember quite clearly saying 3 people need to go there. There we go. And it seems this general has decided to wander along. I'll have to scroll away from that. And also we learned that just burning the headquarters down is not decisive enough. Even though this is pretty much a genocide here. Okay, fine, we'll attack him one by one. So many military buildings. So many. Also note to self, only attack single enemies. Only attack with 1 unit at a time. At least the headquarters. This thing should be able to house how many? 3? And we'll attack with 3. 3. Go on, attack. Oh boy. No more stone, that's good to see. I think I wanted to use I want to use this for a farm. There should be plenty of space for that. Build it here, I might even be able to do the road thing. We put a farm over here. Farm, please. Okay, roads. Time for roads. In just a moment. Oh yeah, anyway. Yeah, that was to be expected. Let me just build some roads quickly. 1, 2, down, up, left, down. This way, that way. There. Ah, flag. Okay, again. There. 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 Flag it. Then build the road. And more roads. Here. There. Back here. It's looking horrible. There. There. And one this direction. Up. Right. Down. Right. Down. Flag it. And I guess throw in a road there. That'll do. This junk we found. Also, it would seem that the geologist is still on his way, or he has given up, or there is absolutely nothing to be found here. Also a chance. Look at skeletons here. Okay, we captured this. I want to keep it up. So this place keeps getting sacked. my soldiers? I don't think we have too many left, which is a bit sad. Yeah, we have only 2 privates and 1 private first class left. The others have all been moved to the field of battle. The field of honor, even. I like how these guys don't seem to be phased at all by the destruction of their warehouse. I'm not sure if that's kind of the end of your game if you play multiplayer as well. I've never actually played this game in multiplayer. Yikes, he killed one. Shouldn't be able to hold out against 2. Note to self, these guys here are tough. Once they get a face mask, they're pretty hard to kill. There we go. We still got it, and we didn't even get shot at by the catapult. Which is something I'm very happy to see. How are we looking farm-wise? This place should have actually... I mean, it should have plenty of stuff to use. I think we're overproducing grain. Do we have any farmers left? Scythes, perhaps? No scythes for us, sadly. How's my pig farm doing? My pig slaughterhouse? It's pretty much full, so I don't think this could handle another pig farm. They would need more water here. We have 3 wells. We should not have any troubles with water. I think it's mostly the transport inefficiency. It's all going down this road, and although it should go up here, it should be going up there. So what's wrong here? There's no water in the headquarters. So we probably want to have another well at some point. Maybe even close to here. I mean, we have those reasonably close, actually. So that shouldn't be too much of a deal. Why is there no water? Where is it all going? Okay, fine, we'll throw another well here. Can I get a geologist? Right here, maybe. There should be water somewhere in this area. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, let's set a few things here. I need more sides. Not so many hammers. We need sides. And pickaxes, but mostly sides. How's my tool workshop, my iron works doing? The smelter doesn't have any iron left. Why is that? Oh, because we don't have any miners. Okay. Do we have any iron mines that are producing? This one is not. They all have food, so I'm afraid we'll have to wait for the... yeah, I have to save for 30 minutes, that's fine. We have found water, that's good. Capture a building. Yeah, that's kinda useless. If you could find water here, that'd be great. There we go, we have water, so there's another well. We are out of iron. That's pretty annoying. There we have lots of coal, but no iron. Bad. And I don't want to tear down any coal mines that are not yet exhausted. Okay. We've been bombarded. Could you stop that? Where is that catapult? I'll find that catapult. able to house 2, so 2. Watchtowers can have more people, so I'll attack that with a greater force. This is a case for 3 attackers. That's how you can use those shields as well. Saves us some clicks. Why is this not fully staffed? Well, I can imagine why, but let's link that up both ways, so we actually have a road completely surrounding that mountain range here. So this is officially our mountain now. Flag. And the geologist, who I already see scouring this area here for water. We want him to scout this for everything but water. Although we technically don't need more mines, we need more miners. We've seen that, we've seen that. This mine is exhausted. Great. Well, not great, but at least it frees up a miner again. There should be plenty of work for him. Send out a scout. See that, see that, see that. So apparently I was wrong and that catapult was firing at us. Is that iron? No, that's not iron, that's a piece of meat. At least we're making plenty of gold. So our mint should be producing at full force, yes. It is. I'm very pleased to see that. I should probably put it closer to the border. Another gold mine is exhausted. Oh, which one? This one? No. This one. Yeah, shame, but we'll have to burn it down. But there should be more work for this guy ahead. We have plenty of unoccupied mines. Learn to speak, Toby. Did I have a warehouse somewhere here? I thought I had a second warehouse somewhere. Apparently I didn't. So if somebody could go to the iron mines now, that'd be absolutely lovely. Oh, there's a catapult here. I'd like to sort that out. Somebody take this. Something under attack by yellow again. Which is nothing too troubling. Trying to focus red first. Save 4 is a good number for that. Although I'm risking losing some of those buildings here with the border to yellow being that close. Okay, more buildings captured. There's a really high barrack density here. Or guardhouse density, rather. Which I don't really want to get paid by workers, but I suppose I'll have to let it happen now. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea to keep some money going this way. And I should also build a second warehouse somewhere here. I was sure I had one. These guys are missing water. And because I didn't notice the lack of iron, we are kind of in trouble. I'm hoping we'll get an iron mine occupied soon. Not that one. Maybe that one next to the point I was clicking at right now. Nope. There's an iron mine. It's occupied. It's working, so one of the miners clearly has gone in here. How much gold do we have in the... Well, there's not too much. Actually, we have 17 coins. So I'm expecting those to be carried towards my newly acquired guardhouses soon. Although, to be honest, I don't mind them not being carried there either. There's nothing up here. Can we get a flag here? Yippee! It's just a temporary flag, but I think it has to be connected by a road. Get me 2 of those geologists. I hope they haven't completely strip mined the area. Okay, we can't attack that, sadly. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so. I think we can do 6 in here. So we need bigger attacks. Since apparently this 4 can't really attack from here, or can't really attack over at the red occupied area, we'll just have to attack from here. It seems these guys don't have access to gold, at least they do. Actually, this guy seems to be a bit better. He has no shield, which paradoxically seems to be the case, or seems to indicate that he is higher ranked. You'd think that somebody higher ranked would have a shield. I think the recruits we have also also have shields, and the generals clearly don't. Which I find strange. Because clearly the general is the more valuable troop. Ugh. Need to get rid of some trees here. Oh no, we don't. We should be able to build the road through this. Okay. If we destroy this, this should be a warehouse. So they should lose a whole lot of stuff. So, kill it. And he's launching a counterattack. Good to see. It seems kind of futile. We have to get our iron production back in line. And online. Somebody feed that iron miner. Oh, he has food. I think we're gonna afford a second slaughterhouse. And why is there still no water being carried up here? Oh, there is now. Yep, that was totally a warehouse. Let's have a little crossroads here. It's a shame you don't get those goods. I mean, it would probably horribly clog your roads, but still, it would be nice to have access to them. Okay, we probably want to cut them off from here, because that is where their metal production might be. Soldiers, I don't like it. But I don't want to burn that down. We don't pay it anymore. Because I don't know how much control I'll lose then. We also still have that one soldier. Oh wow, look at that! People are coming this way, great. It's lovely to see. And yeah, we don't have a farmer for this. We were putting a woodcutter here. Squeeze it in. Can put it right in that forest. Can never have enough wood. Yeah, I think with the removal of those forts from the front, quite a few soldiers have been freed up. We even got some high-ranking ones, so that's probably a good deal. Hey, see, the recruits still have shields, and generals don't use them. I really think it should be the other way around. Although it generally ought to keep everyone with a shield. Okay. So, these guys should be distributed among, I don't know where they went. Ah, over here. Into that watchtower. I should probably build a warehouse here and have it store all the coins. And all the soldiers that are redistributing. Can I fit it in here somewhere? Probably not too close to the front. I don't want it there. How big does the space need to be? It has to be a castle-sized building, so I'll put it next to there. Or here, why not? Why not put it here? No, it has to be a size 2 building. That is storehouse. I'll still put it there, because I can. Now we have some iron again. The question is it enough? Do we get more tools? It's enough for the armory, which does not seem to have any coal now. Why do I always lack something? Apparently no coal goes to the armory anymore. Where is my toolworks? I had an ironworks. Where did it go? I was sure I had one. Where did that go? Should be somewhere near the iron mines. Smelter. Should be somewhere close to the other ones. Maybe. Do I not have an ironworks? Why didn't anyone tell me? I do not seem to have an ironworks. Wow. Not too thrilled about that. I really not have one. But okay then. Time to build one. That's weird. Sawmills, a grader. Mint. No ironworks. How does it even look? Size 2 building. Ironworks is something like... Do I not have something like this? Boom. Here. That explains why we don't get any new workers. I don't see an ironworks. And since I'm not comfortable with that, I'm gonna build one now. There's actually some iron left here, so we should be okay with that. we build an ironworks, say, right here? Actually, no, we'll build it next to the other smelter. I think I wanted to build one there, but I forgot about it. As I do very often. We have an iron smelter there, but no metal works. So, let's put it here. Metal works. I don't think it will fit here, so we'll just connect that to the mint. We should be pretty much drowning in building materials anyway. Yeah, we have plenty of those, so they should be sent momentarily. We want to establish a second connection over there. Get me a flag here. Put down here. We're not going to do too much here. Maybe a fishing hut. That should be a good idea. But I think I had one there. Those have already been overfished. It'd be nice to have some kind of map that tells you the like fish density, fish population left in a place. Okay, so we'll have to wait for the metal works. Kind of embarrassing that I forgot that. Boy. If we plan that out, we should actually get this at the next warehouse. I'm sure if we get all their warehouses, we'll be better off. They also seem to have way more warehouses than I do. Maybe I should reconsider that. I just don't like to have things too far distributed, because, for example, if you have a warehouse here and it takes all the swords, and you have one there which takes all the shields, and maybe another one which takes all the beer, you'll never have any soldiers. Speaking of which, we have plenty of beer, and we have plenty of... there we go. Another soldier has just been created from a sword, a shield, and a beer. Yep, that was totally worth it. Where's the fighting going on? And couldn't we have taken some hostages, like some miners? I'm sure they wouldn't mind mining for us there. Also, I'm seeing the beginnings of a catapult there. Let's not have that, shall we? I think I can take this one down. I'm using the coin for that, but screw it. I need those soldiers. Yeah, it seems this place has been stripped of any resources. I should have probably waited with that until the warehouse over here was finished. But it's on its way. It's on its way. Let's cut that right into pieces now. I haven't saved for 6. That's fine. I'm well aware of that. Now, do those soldiers have to go all the way back to the headquarters, or will they just find another place to go? Will they just wander around aimlessly, which would be kind of a waste? They seem to be going the wandering down aimlessly path. Not too thrilled about that. I was hoping they would just go to the next headquarter and redeploy. We will end this catapult over there. This must not happen. Also, red has a huge territory. Just noticing that. It is huge. I would tear this lookout tower down, but I don't think there's so much of a point in it, because the only thing we'd free up there would be a scout. Is my metalworks done? Probably not. Oh, it is! Nice. It is. It's not occupied, but it should be momentarily. It's just a helper. I believe we have a metalworker. At least we should have. We have 4 of them. Anyway, we have 4 tongs. You could make 4 metalworkers. Don't have any yet. I also need hammers. I believe we had 1 metalworker. So he should be on his way here. Unless we had a metalworks before. In that case, he's probably there. Wherever there is. Yeah, I think I forgot about the metalworks. Totally did. Embarrassing, but true. Did we take that out? No. Did I attack that? No. Apparently not. Is that it is occupied? Great. I think the headquarters might just be too far away from there to actually make them path back. That's just a theory from me. I wouldn't say that is generally the case. Some of my theories are just wild guesses and might as well be wrong. Some of them. No, not all, mind you. Not all. Pigs. I might want to do something about that. That mill is creating food at its peak capacity. Wondering why there's nothing here. Oh, I have a second warehouse over there. Ah, no, that's an iron smelter. It's not a warehouse. I should probably build one. One here. Let's actually make that happen. Build a storehouse from here to there. We'll have to make sure this one doesn't accept any soldiering supplies. Can I actually set that here? No. I wish you could set this as a primary location for certain goods. I think there was a game that allowed you to do that. I think it was Caesar series in every similar game. Like, which one? I played a steampunk version of that lately. What was that? It's in my GOG library, I can't look it up now, but basically all the Caesar games. Oh, at least Caesar 3 and I think 2. I don't know about 1, I've never played the first one. But yeah, those allowed you to set a warehouse that would basically take all the stuff, or take all of a certain good from all the other surrounding warehouses and then stuff them in there. So for example, if you wanted to trade from there, or if you wanted to have this place store the goods because that's where your best or your most valuable settlers lived, then you'd want to do that and you'd want to keep that supplied. So I think it's a good idea to build another slaughterhouse. Let's put it somewhere. There's a pig farm here, so we'll put a slaughterhouse next to that. If at all possible. If not, we'll just stuff it here. Can't build any more farms anyway right now, so we'll just do that. Slaughterhouse. and connect it over yonder. How many building teams do I have? We might actually be short on those. How many building teams do I have? Oh, plenty of them. We're still planing the area. Is this occupied now? Yes. It has some metal, some iron, some wood, but no metal. Could you carry some metal bars over there? We have plenty of iron, so it should not be too much of a problem to get some of it out there. Oh, there we go. The first bit of iron has been deployed. Storehouse ready, that's great. So I don't want this place to get any of those goods. The rest they can safely handle. I mean, they will have their own supply of helpers. You see, it's just been built and already has 90 helpers. So you really never run out of those. At least I don't see any conceivable way of running out of helpers because they're built so tremendously fast. That's why I don't see much of a point in this slide over here. Military. There is this recruitment slider here, which tells you how frequently you're drafting recruits. And since you literally can't run out of helpers as far as I'm aware, there's no point. You want to crank that to the maximum because you don't need shields to be left unused, right? And I don't see a point in just doing it slower. Unless some of you know, yeah, you should let me know, but I just don't see much of a point in it. This mine is exhausted. Cool. Another one of those, I guess. This one. This one. This one. Burn it down. Get over here. Since we actually have an ironworks now, I'm just gonna build that. It would be nice if the ironworks would actually look at what workers you need. Maybe it does, I don't know. Those roads are hard to see here. That's a bit of an UI problem I have with this. You don't want roads it's easy to miss. At least not if your game is very much dominated by the concept of road building, of building a working transport network. You want to see all your roads. Okay, Metalworks is producing. I don't know what it will be producing, but it is producing. I think if I had built this earlier, we would not have too many problems with lack of workers now. So that one's on me, entirely. So, I guess we want another warehouse here. Not a smelter. I don't know why I keep trying to think this is the storehouse. It happens to me quite frequently, and I don't like it. I suppose neither do you. All the building going on now. Give my building team something to do. I think they've had a pretty simple life so far. about time to give them work. I also don't think we'll be in this scenario for too much longer, so what the hell not. So since this is close by, let's connect that up. Because alternate routes are apparently the way to go. Coal found. That's good. It's in an inaccessible spot, but way to go. I have to wait for this to be done. So, note to self for next time, or for the next scenario, build more warehouses. They might come in handy. Should be ready any moment now. There we go. It starts with 0 helpers, but it goes up really quick. As usual. Not wanted to carry any of that stuff. Or beer. I can also mine this, but I don't want to build a stonemason here just for this little bit of rock. You found iron, where it's totally useless. We have plenty of mines now. Some more gold mines will probably not go amiss. Do we have soldiers again? Can we keep on attacking now? Yes, please. Attack this. I think another warehouse over here might not go amiss either. I mean, this is mostly to keep the soldiers around, but still, it's going to be useful. Seems to be the brewery. I like that in Settlers 3, where we actually had kind of different buildings in for the civilizations. But here they only have different different pictures, but the overall buildings are the same. And in Settlers 3 you actually had different buildings and slightly different costs and all that. So you had, for example, the Japanese, which required a lot of wood in their buildings, and not so much stone. Actually, didn't require. They hardly required any stone, but you needed a lot of wood. We had the Romans, which are kind of the middle of the road, and yet the I think the Egyptians, which are a very, very stone-heavy civilization. And they also had different stuff, like the Egyptians were brewing beer, the Romans had wine, and the Japanese had, I think, sake. Sadly, I don't know where I have my brother's old CD of the Settlers 3. I don't know if I even have it, if he kept it, and if it's still usable. It was a great game. Although a bit slow paced, to be honest. Took ages to get going. We have their headquarters here. I don't think we can take it out with just one soldier. Although if we could, it would be lovely. send a scout. It also seems the attacks from him have stopped. So we can now completely focus on waiting for more soldiers. Ahem. What's my metalworks doing? I have plenty of gold, which is good to see. Metalworks could be doing better. Could be doing a lot better. But there's some iron on the way. There is some iron on the way. And I think that's all we can say about this, and all we can do about this. I have 2 connections up here. And maybe we'll get a pickaxe out of that. Is mine exhausted? I guess this one. Yeah. Oh, burn it down then. Don't want that on the flag, so that will have to remain. What wood did we get out of this? Probably nothing yet. Okay. Just want to see what sort of tool he throws out. I'd be very happy with a scythe or a pickaxe. I don't really care where those are transported because I think they'll lead to a worker being created in either building, so it's really not a big deal. You build a crucible. I'm so happy with that. We needed more crucibles, we needed more minters. Because that basically hasn't used all its resources. We could build a second mint, I guess. The thing is, we don't have the coal for it. I suppose a mint closer to the front would be a good idea. I mean, we'd have to carry the gold all the way, but actually we'll keep it next to that warehouse. Why not? Why the hell not? Get me a mint right over here. Works. Where's the mint? Here. Mint. Build it. There. This road is fairly frequented, so it might actually be worth building a flag right here. Let's do that. All the food has to go over here. Also, we built a farm up here a while ago. It's still... oh, it is occupied now. So we got at least one scythe out of this. Out of our metalworks, that is. And I believe we're making headway towards getting more soldiers as well. My blacksmith is not too busy because of the lack of coal, but I think we are getting there. And it's kind of cool that you don't need coal for more tools, so you can actually, if you have iron, you can actually make more tools that way. Great, we got an axe! We got an axe! I wonder if that guy's refusing to build pickaxes. Sorry about that, I wanted to disable that more often. Can we get the an even heavier way towards pickaxes, and we don't need that many scythes anymore. Yeah, I think that's a good way to sort things. They give you an awful lot of crucibles, just saying. Do you need those for iron smelters as well? Yeah, you do. Apparently you do. There's a whole lot of stuff going this way. And I think it's very important to make sure this warehouse does not get any weapons. Because I don't feel like having all the beer transported over there. Is it ready? Is it ready? Yes. Do not store this and this and that. Yeah, I've seen that. Thank you, though. Do we have any soldiers in the headquarters? Probably don't. No, we don't. So all the soldiers we've drafted in the last few minutes have definitely gone to the front. Now to figure out to which one. Not here. I want to attack this. Let's attack this with single troops again, because they don't seem to go back to where they came from when they succeed. So if we only attack with a single attacker, we should actually be able to sort this out without too much of a fuss, and without too much losses. I'll just send another one if this fails, and we should be okay. Another mine going down. They do it quite a lot now. Let's blow it up then. Would carry more metal over here. Right now it seems the mint is kind of more important. Need more coal. I need more coal. We have plenty of coal mines here. So it should not be too bad once we get the pickaxes we need. I quickly have a look at the tool thing again. Okay, I think that's all we can do about this. Ah, go away. Yeah, we don't need another iron smelter, we don't have too much iron sitting around unused. Those 5 pieces are nothing I'm too concerned about. They'll pretty much buffer whenever we do lose, or whenever we lose a mine to being exhausted and we don't get it sorted right away. Also, what happens if a game is running excessively long and there's just no more resources left on the map? I mean, I see that happening, except wood. Every resource is kind of finite, right? Or do those mountains like regenerate resources over time? Strange. This is ready. Good. I don't think they will store weapons in here, but just to be on the safe side, I'll make sure they don't get any of that either. Why are you carrying meat all the way down here? Was there really no more direct way? Oh, it's probably because it's been produced over here. All the way over there? No, not there. There? Well, they carried it a long way. Okay, we are getting tools. I make sure the tool person has an attack? Seriously? He's putting up a good fight. Not good enough, but still. A for effort. And I see that catapult. I would rather you not build a catapult there. I think it might be a good idea to build one of my own here. Ah, don't do that. We put a catapult so here. Here. Let's try that. I don't have to fight them all manually. I can just have my stones fight for me. And with his very high density of guardhouses, it's actually worth it. We have 170 stones, so we might actually want to build a granite mine. We could probably just dig out any of this piece of rock here and still be fine. Can I get a geologist? Look at that, we have so much wheat coming in. Okay, good work. Why are we being bombarded by catapult? Oh, because there's a catapult. Okay, I think we can take that out. Where do they have... Oh, there's the second storehouse. I have to take that out eventually. And we will, don't you worry. Can't attack that. Coal, that's good to know. It's not much coal, but it's there at least. There's some iron, we'll take that. Yeah. And call another geologist. True heroes of Rome. Okay, and that. Yeah, fine, thank you. That's good. Coal mine. We need all the stuff we can get. Okay, blacksmith is... Ah, we're too short on iron. So don't need that. What are you building there? I don't like that. Please stop building. I think it's time to do some catapulting on my of my own. Burn that. I'll lose those two generals. Don't want to. Let's build that catapult and see where that leads us. I want to see how many buildings it can take out. Then we'll just try to take out the rest on our own, like with actual soldiers. I should have probably used the catapult earlier. Now that we have a foothold in here, another catapult over here might be a good idea. Unless, of course, it's being attacked first by this one. Let's try it. Let's try it. Get me a catapult over there, please. That again. Should actually have a construction team ready here soon. The mine is exhausted. That's not too great to see. I'm glad you keep carrying food in there, but no thank you. Call another geologist, just in case we missed some spots of coal. I don't really see that happening, so I'm afraid we'll just be out of luck and out of coal very soon. And we are already out of coal. Okay, there's some more iron here. That metalworks here finally producing at more of its capacity? No, it's not. It is most certainly not. Something I want to set here. Distribution. Iron. We want this to be as well equipped as possible as well. This may or may not sort it for us. No, it's unoccupied. This one? No. It must be this one. Tear it down then. We found something. We found granite. In small quantities. I wonder how hard it was to find stone on that mountain. Is more granite. Guess we'll do. Suppose this flag can go away. The nice thing about this mint is it's very remote, so there's not too much that can happen to it. Yay, more stones. Ooh, coal found. Did you find that again? Who knows if we could find coal in places we could mine. Iron found. Take more iron any day. Just not there. Just not there. Yeah. Why do my geologists hate me? How am I looking in terms of grain? 5 grain left and lots of flowers, so we might want another bakery. Do we have any water? I have no water left over, so we need more of that. And we're gonna squeeze another bakery in. Yeah, might be a good idea. It's close close enough to the mill to actually make sense, and it should also be able to sap some water off of those other buildings. Just in case, let's summon a geologist here and hope he'll find another water vein. Water vein. That place seems to be quite well situated in terms of water. If there's a swamp here, that means there's probably an aquifer over here. Just my 2 cents here. There's clearly plenty of water stored in there. So the groundwater should be very, very shallow here. Not too hard to find for an avid geologist as this guy. Do I have to put my catapults to fire? I don't think I do. I think they would just do that on their own. We have found water on the road. This guy, I swear he's just trying to piss me off. Stop looking for water on the roads. Or in other places where we clearly can't build anymore. Ah, you bloody idiot. Yeah, go there. Not there. Maybe here. Try there. Or here. Another mine is exhausted. Yes. Away with thee. Blacksmithing. What a noble art. I think it is. We don't have any trees left either, because those are apparently too far away. So we'll demolish that. Where are you hauling that iron to? There's an iron smelter right. Oh, it's full. Ha ha ha, it's full. I need more soldiers. Also, could somebody apprehend this guy? He's clearly violating the border. I wonder how many goods we've destroyed by taking out those storehouses and headquarters. I mean, those goods are just irreplaceably gone. And I still wish they would be carried over, or you'd have like, I don't know, 5 minutes to plunder or something. It would massively clog up your transport system, because you probably don't have too much of a an upgraded road going down from their headquarters, or from the outskirts of your territory. But it'd still be nice to have that, or to not lose those goods, because that's probably quite a lot of stuff that was just destroyed. And you'd never do that. Quite sure even the Romans would have plundered everything that wasn't nailed down if they took out enemy fortification. I've heard for example, the Greeks back in the day were exclusively about the plundering. That's like what motivated them to go and attack another city. It was the loot they had, the wealth they had, and the stuff they had sitting around that could be taken away from them. How many sodas do I have now? Probably still 0. Getting lots of shields for some reason. Apparently the armorer can't keep track of what he needs to do. It seems easy. 1 sword, 1 shield. 1 sword, 1 shield. Why would you make 2 shields and 1 sword? Ever. Well, at least it's producing again. I'm hoping we actually also have an iron mine. Yes. I didn't keep track how many mines we've built and how many mines we've lost to being exhausted. This one still isn't occupied. I'm quite sure we'll see a lot more mines being used up very soon. So I think it was a good idea to start building all those other mines so the miners can just move on straight after they finished one. Oh boy. Okay, there is a catapult now. Needs a helper who is coming from that headquarters over in a storehouse. Not a headquarters at all. Let's appear that catapult over there is not too accurate. It has not burnt down my guardhouse yet. Their guardhouse. Okay, when are the first stones going to arrive? Not being hauled just yet. At least not down this way. Probably coming from the headquarters. How's my Bedrock's doing? He's busy at least. Oh dear, out of coal. Pretty much out of coal. So, more pickaxes, please. All the pickaxes you can get. Is any of those signs on an actual buildable plot? It is. This one. Could build something big here or just a well. We'll go with a well. Connect up to here. I have water in any of those other places. I should probably check that first, but no. Even the place next to the wells does not have any excess water, so we probably want more wells. I remember those being quite more productive. I don't know if that has been patched or anything. Sorry about the Skype notifications there. I should probably disable that next time I stream. At least if I do a screen recording. Go away. I thought it was a stone coming our way, but no, it was just a rabbit. Not a stone, just a rabbit. No need to be worried. Just a rabbit. They're harmless, I hear. Can actually mount an attack from here. 3 folks in there. We need way more soldiers than that. Let's attack this though. they're all busy carrying stuff in there, so getting it blown up would be probably the best move. Might even get them to stop working altogether. I'm not sure what happens if you lose all your storehouses. I would suppose it's bad, though. How many are still in there? I think we'll need another soldier for that. Yep, we need another. Attack, my minion! Attack! Where do we send the attack from? There. That works. The gold mine is exhausted. That's certainly not good to see. That one. That one. Any other resources we could exploit here? Otherwise I'll just tear down the entire flag. We need more mountains. Those guys seem simple, but I don't think they're actually regular soldiers. They don't have shields, so they're probably upgraded soldiers. But I can't tell which level. I would suppose the guys with the mask were the general levels, so they're the best soldiers they have. And those are just somewhere in the middle. Still good enough, though. Still good enough. Can we catapult this thing? Try that. There is space for a catapult here. It'll take a while until we actually get this built, so let's have a look at our other catapults. That. There's none that has been carried here yet. This guy doesn't have any stones. Not sure how old those ruins are. I think they've been there for a while. Is anyone carrying a stone over here? I don't see any. Stones here, no stones there. It would not appear we're... Oh, now we might be supplying the catapults, or we might be carrying all those to the construction site. That might also be the case. Quite likely, in fact. Pigeon, we found coal. We like finding coal. We also like finding it in places we can mine. I wouldn't mind more gold. Ah, it's empty. If I found gold, that would be lovely. Ooh, another pickaxe. Lovely. We need more of those. Way more of those. And way less of those messages. Ah, go away. This one. Yes. Be gone, man. Oh, it hates to have strip mined the area. sucks to have stripped my place. Not sure we'll get more resources. Okay, let's just wait with the catapults. Or wait for them, rather. There is stuff burning here, so I suppose we are actually shooting them. Can we not build a stonemason here? Just shoot pieces of the mountain at them. Doesn't have to be actual granite or anything. Just rocks, you know. At least I don't think the people in the olden days were very picky about what kind of rock they would load in their catapults. As long as it was hard and able to destroy a wall, just by sheer force of weight, I think it was fine. Although you probably wouldn't want to lob gold ores at them. Not that there are too many gold ores. I think people back in the day were just going after the pure gold they could find. I mean, gold is a very noble metal, so it doesn't react very well, and you can actually find pure gold in the in nature. That's why you can actually pan gold. I had to write a research essay on that topic, so I know a bit about it. I'm not a mineralogist, but it's a somewhat interesting topic to me, and well, I've had to look into it, and I liked it. But I wouldn't see myself as a geologist. You get into it, and even more if you actually play Dwarf Fortress for any length of time, you definitely start to dabble in geology, but there is nothing. I just wouldn't refer to myself as a geologist, as a proper trained and skilled geologist. Build a barrack here. Let's build a flag here quickly. Link it up to this. Somebody who knows about rocks. This place is still technically not touched by the Nubians, so we might actually get something going here. Of course, it might be hard to actually get in there, because we would need more barracks right over here, I suppose. Let's see how this place looks resource-wise. Maybe we'll have another gold mine at our hands soon. Maybe even more coal and stuff. Would be great to see. So I think this will go to a catapult. No, it will not. Where the hell are you carrying that? Oh, there. It will go to a catapult construction site. Not an actual catapult, though. So what's the radius of one of those mines? I'd be interested now. Like, will this mine dig out this coal? I haven't received comments on how I built too many mines, so I suppose it's okay. But it just feels like the mines are basically carrying it, digging out each other's resource supplies. I could probably do with way less mines, and I would have more, or I would get to use them longer. Can we see the catapult in action now? Oh, there we go, there's a stone. There is a stone. I'll look at this message later. There's a stone, it's being carried. And carried. and loaded. Hopefully. Aim for that tower, it would be great. There's only one soldier in it, but screw it. Come on, shoot it. We slowed it. And it's going to miss. I'm not impressed. It takes a while to get the stones over here. So I suppose the catapults are not overpowered, or not completely overpowered. I mean, you'd also have to consider that they use an actual finite resource, so might not be the best idea to actually go through those and to actually use those catapults. But I would be happy if I wouldn't have to take out all of those buildings myself. Because, you know, we're kinda short on resources. At least on soldiers. This place does not need any money. Ah, screw it. We'll let them get paid. It's still close to the border, so it's probably good to keep that. Those barracks. No, don't burn them down. I just didn't want them to be paid anymore. Barracks are tiny and kind of pointless, so let's not pay those. I need more stones. Get me more stones, please. That mint should be supplied with gold. Oh, there it is. That's some gold. Get more recruits. Coal. And gold. Lovely. So we need another building here. I think we'll get more out of a guardhouse here. It will secure a slightly bigger area. So it has to be a guardhouse. Could somebody please get rid of those trees? This place is certainly worth mining. I think we're also out of gold mines. This might very well be our last gold mine. So it's downhill from here until we get this secured. Coal mine down. Yeah, they don't seem to be lasting too long. I think in the next scenario I'll try to do less mines and just keep them spaced out a bit further. Unless, of course, you actually do need to basically mine on every sign the guy places. It doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, another stone. I hope it's been brought with this catapult as well. And I hope these guys have worked on their aim. The downside of this place is there probably also aren't any rocks left, so couldn't mind that. Down. Yeah, I think I can do with less. I think this was kind of wasteful here. Ah, go away. It's mine. This is mine. Yes. Wait, B. Let's call in one more geologist just to be safe. The bright side, we have plenty of food, so if those soldiers were willing to accept food as payment, that would be great. What are they eating? Just a question I want to put out there. What are my soldiers eating? Maybe we should market food more aggressively towards them. Get them wanting to eat. That's how that works, right? Also tempted to really burn down that tower and build a guardhouse here instead, so we can stretch our borders a bit further north and get that gold, which we direly need. Iron found. That seems to be out of range for most of our mines, so I'll just build a mine on top of that. And link it up to here. Okay. What's that been doing? It's reasonably well. Could be slightly better, but I think it's just getting started, really. They have coal and currently short on gold ore, which is fine. I don't think we have any gold mines left to be there. So once those 10 gold ores are used up, we're pretty much out. Try to build one gold mine over here and see how long that lasts. This will need to become a gold mine. Found more coal. Where? That's not a lot of coal. If you could find a bigger patch, that would be great. Which mine is exhausted? This one. Okay, away with it. Get me a new iron vein. Iron over here. Somewhere. More coal. Over there, great. Once this ruin has gone, we'll probably try to get that. A flag on that. I think a coal mine in this general area might be a good idea, because I think that one will get this coal, but we'll experiment with that. That's a good size amount of coal. We'll build on that. We'll not build anything near that. Let's see if that works better for me. Yeah, this part of the mountain is still good, so let's build a guardhouse here. and hope this yields us good results. Okay, it seems we have taken out this guard tower. Once that catapult is loaded with stones, I'll just ignore the rest. This one isn't, and there are no ruins next to it, so I suppose it hasn't fired yet. Yeah, I think taking soldiers is a lot quicker than that. Sadly, we don't have too many. I probably want to preserve my stones a bit more. Oh, we need so much more transport. We need so much more here. I suppose another goat mine down here will be a good idea once we get to that. How are we looking on recruits? Do we have any left? No. Plenty of donkeys though, so maybe we could arm those up. Any unoccupied mines here? Suppose we might have some over here. Those might not last too much longer. Actually no, it seems we have occupied all our mines. Except this one. You don't have to pay that, actually. That. This guardhouse does not need to be paid at all. It's not going to be near the front. More gold found. Lovely. Where? That's a tiny amount. The flag, please. Then survey this area. Yeah, I think this part of the mountain should have been explored way more thoroughly and way earlier. But I kind of forgot about it. I was hoping we'd be done with this scenario by now. To be perfectly honest with you. The viewing window, please. I wish to move that. Go a bit over here. Okay, I want to see when that catapult shoots again. presume. Yeah, I think it's way too slow. I should have probably stored more stones over here. Or any stones, really. There's not much left here. Okay, will people from this 4 attack that? It would appear so. Let's send 3. Will they come from that 4? No, they will not. They will come from the guard tower. Blimey. If the front moves away from that 4, we should be able to liberate a lot of forces from that. Okay, well done. Let's take out the headquarters again. Or let's try it again at least. And I'll send 2 people because I think we are only facing against the higher ones now. That means we're pretty much in trouble. Is this still close to the front? Half close. We have a woodcutter for that. We do. Why doesn't he cut wood? Why is our woodcutter not cutting any wood? Oh boy. It seems we just destroyed our headquarters. Let's zoom away from that. Because all those guys are certainly tanking the frame rate. Okay, and we got a 2-hour episode here. About the 2-hour mark. I guess I'll do another half an hour and then I'll call it quits. Because I think that's enough of an episode to make up for 3 weeks of No Settlers 2. Was it even 3 weeks? I think it was. I think there was a donkey down here and it left an awfully human skeleton. That begs some questions. Why has nobody hauled a stone over here yet? Yeah, this section of the mountain is thoroughly mined out. So our only hope to get more resources is basically the bit of the mountain that we have not yet exhausted. More stone. Another stone, come on, get it. Should have probably tried to get to that mountain quicker. Where's that stone? There was a stone here earlier. Here now? Did it go in here? I don't think it did. It did! Can we look at that later? I want to see if that fires. And if that hits. If it doesn't fire, I actually don't need to keep that catapult here. Certainly you can't tell that to not shoot anymore, or to not be supplied anymore. I'm afraid the rest of that is pretty much out of reach, so just have to attack it normally. It did take out one or two other buildings, so I think it was a worthwhile investment, but I suppose this will have to be attacked the old-fashioned way. Oh wow, this place also seems to have destroyed, or have to seen some destruction. I'll keep the catapult up here, because I suppose he'll build more stuff nearby. Yeah, I don't think this catapult is too useful anymore. So, let's have it removed. Yes. Okay, there's another storehouse. We need to destroy that. That either. Unemployed people. You there, farmer, you could actually join us. Don't need that observation window anymore. Okay. I think they said the portal was north, so let's just make our way there. Take out this while we're at it. This might be exhausted. This one? No. This one. Yes. Okay, away with it. I've seen that. This mine is exhausted. And don't we know that? This mine is done as well. I'm glad at least food is pretty much infinite. Unless, of course, you use hunters, which I rarely do for some reason. It just doesn't seem to be worth it. Also, thanks for paying that, but no. Building. That did sort out their catapult as well. I would build a catapult here because there are 3 buildings in range, maybe even 4. It takes so long to get done. Then again, it might actually be worth it here. So let's do that. Let's catapult it up. How much stuff does he have here? Look at that. Somewhere there's supposed to be that that portal. I think it's more in the yellow territory. Oh boy. So it's manned quite nicely. I think we don't need that. Again, I don't want to lose those soldiers. Every soldier is precious to me. obviously because I've paid for all of them. And we might be short on both gold and iron very soon. This mine is done as well. Let's check the surroundings. I mean, this place should pretty much be completely clean. Let's take this place out. This catapult might actually be able to take this guardhouse. If I built a farm here, would it be able to use those fields? I think it would. That is, of course, only if it is built in time for that to be utilized. We still don't have any glimpse on the portal, but at least the end of their territory is in sight. They have 2 ironworks here, or 2 armories. Expands all the way that way as well. Get me 2 scouts, please. Put one here. This is absurd. Okay, this catapult is clearly not shooting anything, so we don't need it. Some stones. I have quite high hopes for this one here. Flag there. Called one of the geologists. This mine is exhausted. Fine. This one? Yeah. We found water, I don't care. See that? Apparently there's no more fish here. There doesn't seem to be a reminder when you haven't saved in 2 hours. Unless I've clicked that away. Because we pretty much have not saved the game in 2 hours. Destroy those. There's another warehouse. Let's assault that. All the way over there, fine. Fine with me. Go ahead. where's my intended catapult site? It's over there, okay. There was something burning. There was just a catapult I was tearing down. That we actually have unclaimed territory here. Remember in Settlers 3 they were actually have pioneers who would just go and take those stones and just move them one by one. So they would come, pick that up, put it over there, go to the next one, put it over there, and they were basically expanding your territory that way. Okay. Nicely done. At least I would imagine that having your storehouse destroyed is quite a large hit to your overall workforce. And your empire, basically. I hit that. I don't think they have too many soldiers left, so as long as we can keep pressing the offense, we should be able to just keep going, you know? And we should be able to just mop them up. Because they might be out of ways to resupply. Look at that. Triple Empire point here. Okay, I don't see any gates there. So it's probably this direction. Which would make sense because we started over in the southwest, so we probably want to go in northeast. I'll just drink something quickly. Where's my drink? Oh, all the way over there. Behind me. I don't know which idiot put it there, but it's right behind me. Well, I know who put it there. There's only one option there. I'm not sure what to do for the Christmas special this year. I want to do one. Maybe I'll do the Reznov Masochism level again. I'm not too sure though. Maybe I'll even find someone to play with me this time. There are some other options. I mean, there are many options actually, but I don't know which one to pick. That catapult's awfully close. It doesn't seem to be connected to any roads, so oh wow, look at that. It's a one-soldier fortress. Haha. That's quite a good sign that he does not have any soldiers left, because this would probably be way better fortified than this. Okay, sadly we can't attack here. All those bodies. That's... yeah, they all die after like a certain amount of time outside of the territory, or outside of work, basically, if they don't make it to nearby headquarters. And I don't think they will just path there. They don't know their realm well enough to actually path back to their own to the nearest headquarters. So as soon as those are basically done, they're done for. We can separate this area here. Probably shouldn't make any military plans, because we are not exactly at our strongest either. Although at least we do still have a supply line. They don't seem to be able to muster that. Okay, I'm not even sure if they can still build stuff. I'm not sure how many storehouses they still have. We took out both headquarters, and I don't think you can rebuild those. Like, once that's down, it's down. I'm not sure if it has any implications, but I suppose if you have a storehouse, you can just keep building with that. I don't see this road, for example, being connected, so I'm not sure if the AI just doesn't do that once it's been severed, or if there's something else going on there. Road. I'm not bothering to cut those into pieces because there's not too much stuff to be hauled there. I mean, it's only going to be soldiers who don't need those flags to at all. Without that, we only have. What else is going along those roads? Nothing. Yeah, there don't seem to be any goods produced or any goods carried anymore. Give me a flag, please. Just send a scout. Mine is exhausted. Ah, go away. This one? No. The other one then. That's a shame, it had a lot of food. I suppose this one is going down soon as well. That's me catapult. And yeah, I'm quite sure they don't have anything left. I mean, they're still carrying like things that are produced nearby. Oh, they still have one warehouse. Don't think they have much in terms of resource production left. Why is this unoccupied? I suppose just recently built. How many sodas do we have? None. None at all. Great to know. That's exhausted. Guessed. This one, I guess. No, not this one. This one. Okay, so that mountain is pretty much out of resources. Let's quickly change something up here. I think you can reset that to default. Although I'm not sure why you'd need that many hammers. Okay. Could we find that stupid portal? I would like to just beeline there and be done with this scenario. I don't think that'll happen too soon. Take that out. Send to. I would like to have this 4 removed from the border. So if this gets to white flag level, we might actually be able to. We'll probably have to destroy that as well. My point is, we will probably remove those people from the 4, so we'll get a lot of troops that can just be used somewhere else. What do I care about? Not that either. So yeah, right now I'm just about to push the front line back, so we'll get those guys to redeploy somewhere else. Ideally next to one or in one of the more threatened areas. Okay, open this up. Captured it. Captured. Great. Don't think that was enough here. Oh, it was. Look at that. People are going back, and they should be, yeah, they're heading towards the closest storehouse, which means they'll be able to redeploy much quicker. And someone will probably go in here, hopefully. So I want to explore this, more of this mountain. Geologist. This mine is exhausted. And this mine as well. I suppose this one, yeah. Done. Check it. There's something left here. Okay, which other mine is exhausted? This one. Okay, fine. And I could have just set the occupation of like middle ground force to buildings to 0 or to 1 soldier as well, but I didn't want that because it's kind of risky. I mean, right now we're not actually taking any risks because there's not too much left to risk, but still. Do you guys have any stones yet? No. To be fair, it's quite an awful long distance for stones to be carried. Also, it seems the woodcutter's not interested in palm trees, so screw it. More gold found. Ah. Okay, so it would appear that this is kind of the... this may be the edge of the territory of the mine. I'm quite sure those were... oh no. Okay, this mine might last us for a while. It's just a bit of an experiment here. Really, so I don't know if it's a good idea or not. This place doesn't have any trees left, so move it. There is still a road going this way, so we don't want to take down that flag. Very well. Why can't we send one of those 2 guys from here to attack? At least we can safely say we've actually we seem to have dealt with the enemy mostly. There's some reinforcements. They go in here. So just crossroads here. Oh, he's going over there. I'm hoping that catapult will take out at least one thing in the first shot. So we'll see that in action. Coal found. Lovely. Can't use that yet. Just please. Okay, back to the catapult. That building finally got occupied. Stretching a bit. I think I'll want to, in the next scenario, I want to get several armories up as quick as possible. We're kind of limited in terms of that. We don't know how long this catapult has been in construction. I don't see any building supplies being carried around here. There's a log, which is probably just being stored. I think we shot something here. Coal found. Over there. In the spirit of our experiment, we'll leave that there. And not build a mine, and see if it's being taken up by this one. Once that mine receives food. If I had the space here, I could probably... Okay, let's get a guardhouse going here. That was unnecessary. Pick that up, please. I thought you were going to build it this way. Get this way around? No, we can't. Maybe here then. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Build this mine over here though. But let's not. I mean, these mines are not even supplied. For some reason. I suppose because these mines are sapping all the resources. Nice. I think we're also about to free up more forces from here. Maybe this guy here should be able to take that out with no problem. Yeah, they don't seem to have any sawmills left, so they're pretty much doomed right now. And we see the beach here, so this is all that's left of that Nubian tribe. Coming from there, I would have expected one of those guys to attack. That's okay. Can we use them here? No. There are clearly 3 people in here. No, 2 people. Not 3, 2 people, sorry. They're clearly in there. That thing still needs ammunition. Oh wow, he has a good one here. So we'll win that. Now this would be a lot easier if you had a shield. Yikes. Defeated us. I expected a recruit to be in there. We should be able to take him out now. Because I don't believe they regenerate health if they just go back in there. Actually, they do seem to have a sawmill right here. It's not connected to anything useful. You can't build a road through that, I think. Don't disappoint me there. Okay, we'll have to wait for 2 people to be ready. Those guys are good at fighting. Surely are decent fighters. We'll have to keep that in mind. It's a shame. Just lost 2 good men. Take this out. I mean, those places here probably don't have any resources left. And yeah, we're taking out stuff left and right. This may be out of range, but this is probably in range, so we'll not attack that building. Take this out now. On the bright side, we only seem to have highly trained troops, so I'm not too worried about any counterattacks from them, because all our buildings are pretty much defended by top-notch troops. And that should be an easy fight for a general. There we go, nothing left of the enemy. You don't have to pay that. Or that, to be honest. Okay. That's probably good that 2 people will stay in most buildings to defend. Although I think I could set that to 1. He was very unlikely to lose that. Can I get a geologist over here now? Though I don't think there's much to be found here. This is, I mean, this was where their headquarters was, so this is probably already completely mined out. And I know I was about to end the stream like 2 minutes ago, but I guess we can try to finish this level up. I mean, there should not be too much left of it. At least I seem to have been right about the portal location. Do I have 2 people for that? No. We probably need 2 people for that. So I'll not attack there just yet. This might be a good place for catapult as well, but I don't want to waste any more resources. I mean, I already have wasted quite a lot of resources, although if I could squeeze it in here, that would be more of something I would look into. And as of course this gate over there will places more trees. Pretty much is a smart way to prevent me from building there, or from catapulting here. Those 4s would be very difficult to take out if they were fully manned. I don't think their portal is over here in this corner though. I would suppose it's really just the furthest away from your starting position. So where does he have any capture with military buildings? Yeah, we just took out that storehouse. Can we attack this? We can. Go for it then. Wherever you're coming from. Don't pay that, please. That you can pay. Although it kind of sucks that we only can send in recruits piecemeal now, because that means we don't get all this bonus from having many recruits benefiting off the same coin. Have a good fight there. But the might of Rome will prevail, I guess. As it always did. Almost always. They lost against the Germans at some point. Ha! For a long time, Rome was quite the powerhouse. But you know that. I guess we'll leave that stuff here occupied. There. Another mine going down. That. I suppose this one. Destroy it then. This mine is not getting food. Oh, I thought he was going into that mine. Nope, he's just wandering around aimlessly. Now we found a road, and I suppose this one's going to die. Completely disoriented the man. I know he's making his way now. He seemed to be a bit more directed towards something at the end there, but no, he's just still wandering around, so I don't think he'll be making his way anywhere soon. Great. Another building occupied. Just now. All our mines are getting exhausted. Kinda sucks. Stop paying this for. Right now there's not going to be too much left here. And there are no soldiers in there, so no more soldiers going to be trained in there. So there's no point in having it around. Oh, that's still shooting. Nice. Might even be hitting something. Really impressive hit. If it can hit that, it should also be able to hit that. And maybe even that. We probably don't want to take him out completely, because we still need to have some buildings to take over. Like this one. Smack in their territory. But that was only a question of time, really. Let's take that out. Well, this guy, I think he just has an easier time finding the next headquarters or the next stores because it's just nearby. So note to self, always keep some storehouses nearby when you burn down buildings. Means that I should be able to take this guardhouse out with no problems, because there is a storehouse pretty much near it. So let's do that. Let's try that. We lost a small bit of territory over here. Not bad though. Those two will wander towards... or at least one of them will wander towards something useful. The other guy now has found the guardhouse as well, the storehouse as well. No, he hasn't. So there seems to be a 50-50 chance of you... Damn, did I miss that mine? I don't want to go through all my coal mines now. But I suppose it's this one that's exhausted here. Let's do one more sweep, just in case we miss something. But I don't expect anything to be left in that mountain. This. Still no sign of the bloody portal. Can't reinforce that tower. So this soldier is going to be on his own for now. Found coal, eh? Great. I also want to drag the map, like in black and white, although I haven't played that in ages. I have recently found my old CD though, so if I'm really feeling like that, I might actually try to let's play it. But I hear it's going to be a nightmare to even get it to run, so I can't make any promises, but it would definitely be on my list. It's on the list of things I would like to play eventually, and to let's play eventually. Even though it has been published by EA, which is kind of something I don't like. Okay. So I suppose it's best to not bother with those buildings at all, because they are not close to the portal. We'll attack that, though. And they can't attack us with only one person in there. That catapult is not going to shoot anyone anytime soon, so that's safe. Those two things. I want to link those up as well. Build a road to here. And you connect to that. Will this shoot something now? If it doesn't shoot that barracks here, this guardhouse, we'll just tear it down. Not sure if it will. Kinda want to attack that, and we can't. Can I attack this? No. We need more soldiers. We desperately need more soldiers. I'm afraid if I burn this down, the soldier will just get lost again. Same here, although this place really doesn't need to have... Okay, fine, I'll probably have to do that now. Go into my military, and I'll have to reduce that. I mean, yes, it's pretty much safe to do now. So we'll free, hopefully, a reasonable amount of troops. Doesn't seem to be too much, though. A few more here. Some there. So maybe it was a good idea. We seem to have a lot more of troops to distribute now. That means we should finally be able to take that out. Send in 2 guys. I mean, we don't have to fear any retribution or any attacks from them anymore. So we should be good. And this guy should not be able to handle 2 of my generals. There we go. Couldn't even handle 1 this time. They also seem to be using 6 fields. Just saying, the AI seems to be good at doing this farm thing as well. If I attack those, I will free up more forces. As I do, more and more of those buildings get removed from the front. Did those get reinforced yet? No. It would be nice to get some global store, actually. I'm not sure if there is something like that, but I would like to see my global storage of goods. I can That's a distribution stuff, but I would like to see how many soldiers I have. Oh, there is stock global. Okay, how many? I think that's all the soldiers that are basically around on the map. I don't think I have 52 generals sitting out somewhere in one of the headquarters. I'll probably have to wait for those to actually arrive at the places I want to reinforce. I'm kind of glad I built this storehouse now. The 3 forts, if we could take those down, it'd be amazing. Where's my catapult? Not there. Over here somewhere. Still has 1 stone, so I don't think it's going to shoot that. So we'll have to take it the old-fashioned way. And destroy the catapult, please. He's not going to build anything new, so there's no point in keeping the catapult around and having it leech our stone supplies. And this would still be a fine quarry. You can't tell me that's not a good quarry. There should still be stone left in there. This mine is exhausted. This one? Fine. Let's get this place surveyed again. Enemy building captured, wonderful. We'll link that up again. Still no sign of that damn portal. This seems to be the beach, so still try to take him from here to there. All the way like so. Send in 3. We only need 2 for the defense, so should be able to send out 1 more to do whatever. This guy waits here until the battle at the flag has been finished. Yeah, we really didn't need to drop that off there. And there is the portal at long last. So... do we have 3 people in here now? We have 2. Can I still attack that? Yes. Let's do that. We'll wrap up this scenario now. It's been a while, and it's been about damn time, you know. Yeah, Black and White is one of the games I would definitely like to let's play if I get them recorded. And I don't know how EA will handle my requests if I request that. I don't think they have a blanket permission, although I would have to look into that. Many of the big publishers, I know Ubisoft pretty much says, yeah, you're free to do any let's play you want, because they understand that it's free promotion to them. Finally. Okay, we have reached the gateway and activated it. We know not where our next step will take us, but we shall go on. We'll enter the gate. I don't think there's much left in this land to take from us, and it's not like Dungeon Keeper where you may have something, or where exploring the entire map will yield you something nice, where it will get you, for example, where you can, when you explore the map, you find things that will allow you to take one of your creatures to the next level, or something like that, which is kind of nice. There's no such thing here, so let's just enter the gate and move on. We have completed chapter 3. So, Roman campaign. We'll go to chapter 4, on the high seas. Play chapter. We'll start that and then we'll finish that stream. So, chapter 4, on the high seas. There we go. The 9th day of the 9th month of the 4th year. Yesterday we met a stranger of truly frightening appearance. He is huge in size, has light blue eyes and glowing golden hair. Long ago, in a Roman harbour tavern, I once heard stories of such people who live in the far north. How did he get here? He is suspicious and refuses to talk to us. We shall treat him as our guest for a few days. The poor fellow appears to be starving. Perhaps then he will change his attitude. Okay. So, we are in, apparently, the far north now. There is the strange fellow, who is not as much of a guest as he is sitting next to his boat. There are some rocks, we'll want to take those. There are some trees. There are more trees, so I guess we want to start off with our beloved building menu. I know many of you hate it now, but we have to use it. Let's get a sawmill. We started with more gold than we actually left the place with. Although I suppose we kind of made preparations and stuff. Okay, we do need a woodcutter here. Another woodcutter over here. And a forest right in between. Ugh, that's horrible, no. Remove that. Okay. I want another woodcutter over here. And a stonemason right there, quarry rather. This way. Suppose we'll want to build a... I don't know if there's much of a difference. I mean, I know there's one more soldier, but I don't know if they will secure more land if you build a guardhouse. Let's get the usual suspects done first. And let's just build a guardhouse. Okay. Maybe start with a fishing hut here. This seems like a perfect spot for one. So, fishery up there. In you go. I have a scout. And another one this way. And this way. Great. I think a hunting place might actually be a good idea for this spot. Might have been a better idea to actually wait for that quarry, but I think the guy can handle those stones there as well. I would hope so, at the very least. There's more stones down here, so we'll build another quarry down there. And since stones don't go bad or anything, we'll just keep them there. I'm gonna try something else this time. Second sawmill right away. Close to the first one. Get me the second sawmill. attach it there. Then get me... I don't think there's much of a point in building on that. I don't know if we can build on snow. I want a hunting place. Where is that? Hunter. And we'll want to start deforesting that place as well. Which I believe will impact our hunting chances, but screw it. Also, if you know we're in the far north, apparently, why would we not just go south now? How many people do we have left? I mean, aside of helpers who really don't run out. Plenty, actually. The sawmill is not too busy yet, and I've decided to build the second one already because I think it's a good idea for when we start building those deforesting, or we'll pretty much have them going already. So I believe by the time we get those done, we'll want to have access to the second sawmill as well, just so it can keep producing and keep. It can keep the log population down. Those don't serve any purpose. You don't need logs, and we'll need a lot of timber in this scenario. I remember that quite distinctly. Because in this, as you probably guessed from the title, in this scenario it will be about boats. We'll have to build boats, use boats, sail boats along. It's gonna be all the boating fun. Okay, now that we've started this scenario off, I believe it's a good idea to call the video. Let's build the barracks here. Not gonna waste too much resources on that. I don't want to build too many roads here because I do think they will impact the amount of trees that can be planted. We don't want to have too many of those, or we don't want to have too little space for trees to be planted, so the forester won't have anything to do. Okay, yeah. I think that's a 3-hour episode. Basically a 3-hour live stream, but since we... Damn, I forgot to not pay those. Since we're pretty much... Well, since this is pretty much just a way to circumvent the need to upload the episode later on, I think I can call this an episode. I mean, nobody has watched this, so unsurprisingly. So this is, well, it's just another episode. Very long one, 3 hours. So you wanted longer videos, there you have longer videos. I had fun. And I suppose it would be more fun if you were watching those like live, that's the play point. But still, it's like making a very long Let's Play video, so I don't mind that. Military building occupied, and with that I will actually finally cave into the game and save the game. There you go, I'll save it, save game on the first one. Okay, and then I'll end the stream. I hope you have a nice week. It's the 1st of Advent, just remember that. So, hope you all have a nice December. If any of you want to have any say about... Oh, 16th day of the 9th month of the 4th year. Well, what wondrous little generosity can achieve. The blonde giant told us that he's a member of a race that calls itself the Vikings. He says that they lived on a large island not far to the east, but they were conquered by a hostile tribe. His name is Eric. What a strange name. If we are to believe him, he is a shipwright by trade. My heart beats fast at the prospect of soon being able to board a ship again, hearing the waves under the keel, the cries of the seagulls and the wind in the sails. But first of all we must construct a shipyard and a harbour. So let's build those. As you can see, this is the place for a harbour. Just toss that there. I think the shipwright is just a regular size 2 building. Pretty much here, yeah, shipyard. It doesn't have to be on the sea necessarily, but it certainly helps to have the sea nearby, because he'll just build the ship. I think he'll just go to the beach and build a ship there. So it certainly helps to have some sea around. So we have essentially bribed a Viking to join us. Hooray! Go us! We'll expand that way now. But we'll do that next time. Next Saturday, as usual. And I'll try to get the video up at 8:30 my time, as it is usual for me. At least it was before my thesis. And during much of my thesis as well. Anyway, have a nice December, and if you guys want to see something specifically streamed, go ahead and tell me. I will look into it. I will try to obtain a copy and the permission to stream that, or to make videos on it, and then it will be streamed. I mean, the Battle for Westernhold live stream is probably going to end soon, because I feel we're at the finale of the campaign, which means we'll need something else to stream. And yeah, if you have anything that you think you'd like to see me fail at, maybe even live, then go ahead. Also, if you feel that another time for those would be good, go ahead and tell me, and I will see what I can do. I mean, obviously I can't stay awake at 3 AM my time in the during the week, because it's I will eventually have to get a job, you know, and most jobs require you to be there somewhere in the morning, and probably in a mood that's not too bad, and maybe even somewhat rested, so you're actually, you know, useful at work. I know it's a weird concept. It's quite alien to me as well. We just wasted 2 or 3 coins. Now, we're through, we're at 4. Oh well, I'll see you all next week. Bye.